All right, it looks like we are on air live. That's what it says anyway.
Yay.
Yay! And we'll wait and see who comes on with us. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn the chat on in case anybody tries to contact.
I don't see a thing of how to. Is it like a blue bubble for the chat? Yeah, it says chat. So I'd click on that.
Yes. And mine's down the right-hand side.
Mine's on the left.
Oh,
yeah. Hi, Allie. I got you.
Good, good. Awesome.
Yay. So how do we know when people join? Does it make a noise or?
Well, right now we have one viewer. It's probably your mom or mine.
That was so good. Or mine.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Usually people get on right at 8:30, so we have 2 more minutes. Okay. Oh, our one viewer just decided we were boring.
Are you kidding? All right, well, they didn't even let us get into it.
I know. Rude.
Pink parfait is still a thing, right? We still have that?
Yeah.
It's really pretty. I've never tried it until tonight. Someone used it.
Yeah, it's really pretty. My sister likes that a lot. She likes the baby pink kind of color.
Yeah. And it's like springy, too, for like the spring.
Yeah. My sister just got back from Mexico.
Oh, wow. How was that?
They took like 9 days and went to Mexico to this timeshare that they have there and celebrated their 5-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, so nice.
So sweet. They had a great time. She's super tan, very relaxed, and
good.
She said she had too many mango daiquiris.
I think my mom was the only viewer. Because what? What happened?
It's not on.
It's not on?
There's no content. Is that right? She started it?
Yeah, we're live.
It's not working. But I went out and went back in.
And it says no content?
Right. What does that mean?
Did she click on videos by chance?
Okay, she's running away. So I'm going to go check.
Okay.
She might have been our only viewer. I don't know.
Now it says we have 3 viewers.
Oh, good.
So that's good. So maybe it's working.
It might just be my mom.
Maybe. I hope it's working. I'm hoping somebody will text me like Sarah or Courtney and let me know if it's working.
Have any content.
And I went out and went back in.
See, there we are. Okay. You just need to refresh the page.
Oh, I went out.
Yay! Okay. Bye.
All right, so let's get going. I think it's working. I hope it's working. Hey, everybody, it's Jordan Eicher, and this is our family hangout that we started a couple of weeks ago, and I'm loving this format, and I just want to say thank you for so many of you who actually texted me, called me, voxed me, and Kelly and Sarah and Courtney, and let us know how much you love the Google Hangout. I was getting text pictures from consultants of them sitting at Starbucks watching the Hangout in the back seat of a minivan, and telling me how much they loved seeing it over and over again and just feeling more connected to us. So thank you so much for being on tonight, and I just want to appreciate you taking time to grow yourself and grow your business with us. And just as a word of explanation, I'm in my master bathroom because my kids are wild, and I lost an epic battle today in mommyhood. It was just like mommy 0, Ruby and London 1 today, and so I locked myself in the bathroom where I have peace and quiet. And so, yeah, that's my towel bar right there, and I'm just gonna deal with it. I hope you don't mind. So, anyhow, tonight we have a really, really special guest. You're gonna be really excited that you tuned in tonight. We have a YouTube sensation who has joined us, and actually, I'm going to be introducing her in just a minute, but be excited, get your notepad out, and you're going to be really excited to learn some new tips and tricks and techniques for our Mary Kay products and for your own makeup. Because spring is a time where you need a new look. You need to refresh. You need to change with the trends in the season. And my friend is going to show you how to do that live on camera tonight. So I'm going to introduce her in 1 second. But first, I just want to share with you that every single week now, you are going to be able to click the same link that you clicked tonight and watch our Google Hangout at 8:30 Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. So for those of you who aren't quite sure how you got here, that's okay. I'm going to give you the link one more time. And the link is http://www.youtube.com/C/Jordan Iker. So I'm gonna, I was gonna show you this on here, but then I wasn't sure if it would be backwards because I'm not totally sure how webcams work, but let's see. Can you see that? Is that right or is it backwards?
No, that's right.
Oh, yay! Okay, guys, so there it is. There's the link. So write it down, copy it, so that you know that's the link you can come to every single week at 8:30 Eastern Time on Wednesdays and watch our live hangout. And then if you miss it live, like if you're watching this and it's not Wednesday at 8:30 on April 12th or April 13th, then it's okay. You can see right there on the YouTube channel, all the hangouts will be available for you to watch. So hopefully that's going to make it easier for you. The other thing I want to tell you is that tonight, in just a half an hour, in 1 hour from now, a half an hour from when our hangout is over, is a live marketing call with Kathy Halou. So Kathy is in Texas at an advisory board meeting. She's been hanging out with all her Inner Circle national friends for the last couple of days. They're going out to dinner tonight in an Uber with Karen Piro, and I know Kathy thought that was really cool that she was taking an Uber somewhere. So she'll be extra excited and on fire after being with all her millionaire girlfriends who are at the top of the top in Mary Kay to do a live Fast Facts, a career chat call for you to be able to get your prospects on in 1 hour from right now. So while you're watching this hangout, be texting some people the number. Offer them a free lip gloss for listening and giving their honest feedback on the marketing facts that they hear with Kathy Halou. And I say this every single week because she almost always has a marketing call on Wednesday nights. But you guys, there is nobody in the company who holds more sharing team building records than Kathy Halou. So get them on her call, get them on to listen to her share her story. She's passionate, she's exciting, she's fast. It takes them about 25 minutes, and then you will have hopefully a new team member. And what the numbers? I always say, if you want one team member at the end of tonight, ask 5 people to listen in. If you want 2 team members by the end of tonight, have 10 people listen in. It's as simple as that. If you have 3 people listen in, you probably will have nobody join your team. If you have 2 people listen in, you'll probably have nobody join your team. If you have 1 person listen in, you can almost assuredly know it's unlikely you'll have a new team member. But if you have 5, chances are you're going to have a new team member tonight. So invite 5 people to listen in for lip gloss and follow up with them about the marketing information. Okay. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to our guest. And if you haven't heard, before I get totally into her intro, if you haven't heard, Mary Kay is launching on April 22nd a brand new, can you see? Mascara! Yay! And here it is, Lash Intensity. Look at that tube, you guys. Talk about intense. Look at that thing. I mean, it's like high black lacquer. It's got a gorgeous beveled edge. It's a funky design. It has Mary Kay embossed in black. Lash Intensity Mascara. Now, check this out. Dun, dun, dun. Y'all know I have big eyes. Look at that. Look at that wand. How big is that wand? I mean, it is huge. It's like a big fuzzy black caterpillar. And your customers who like big, bold lashes are going to go crazy for it, just like I did. So, yeah, you're going to need a comb if you don't like clumps. I love clumps. Check it out. So this is the Lash Intensity Mascara. It's going to retail for $18, and you are going to be able to smell the sizzle of this mascara like none we've ever had. It is, in my opinion, you guys know I've been around Mary Kay products my entire life. It's the best mascara I think we've ever had. It is a great formulation. It's a beautiful tube, and it's the right price point. So I want to share with you some fast facts about the Lash Intensity Mascara. It's going to give customers, this is straight from Mary Kay. If you haven't heard these statistics yet, they're going to blow your mind. 84% of women had longer looking lashes. Okay, longer looking lashes. No kidding, that's what mascara is for. But this is remarkable. 200% more volume in the lashes. So it's gonna look like you have 200% more lashes thicker than you have now, which I think is crazy. That's huge. And then they say it's 1,000% unforgettable, which I think is so cute. Available to order on April 22nd. Now, it's also being featured in the May issue, which is going to be hitting stands in just a week. The May issue of Cosmopolitan magazine, O magazine, which is Oprah's magazine, In Style, which y'all know, and Vanidades, which is the like a Spanish Cosmo or Spanish glamour magazine. And they're expected to hit the stands next week. So just so you know, the lash intensity is going to be fantastic. You can start taking pre-orders right now from your customers who are already Mary Kay mascara lovers and or Mary Kay oil-free eye makeup remover users. Those are people who'd be great prospects. Pretty much anybody, you guys. I always say almost every woman uses some kind of mascara, some kind of lip balm, and some kind of moisturizer. If you're only gonna sell 3 products that Mary Kay has to offer, mascara would be one of them. And when Mary Kay comes out with something new, people who are loyal to our brand wanna try it, and people who have never tried our brand are interested in it because it's new and it's hot and it's fresh. And because our unit is always at the very, very top of this company year after year, I was privileged to get this mascara secretly like 10 weeks ago, 8 to 10 weeks ago. And they sent it to me with this little postcard that said, shh, don't tell anybody, try this out. We want to know what you think of it. And all I could send back on my feedback was, I love it, I'll use it, I'm gonna sell it. So I know you're gonna love this. And to get you even more excited about our product line and how to apply it for this spring and how to get your customers excited about trying new things when you tell them about lash intensity, I invited my friend and a YouTube star, Allie Yost, to be a part of our Hangout tonight. And I just want to tell you something about Allie. So I could tell you that she had like, I think 40,000 or 240,000 followers. She'll have to clear up the numbers on Vine. She has all these thousands of subscribers on her YouTube channels. She is a master with makeup and artistry and skincare. She is funny as all get out, and she's entertaining, and she has a beautiful singing voice. She just did a recent Adele cover of Remedy, which you have to hear. I think it's her best one she's done. So she is a star. But on top of all those things, I met her first as a director friend of mine, Michelle Yost's daughter. And what I can tell you is that Allie is all about family. She is all about loving the people in her family. She loves and respects her mom and dad. She is such an amazing sister to her gorgeous sister, Ashley. They're both super talented, and they sing and play together music, which was a gift to me one of the first times they came over to my house. Allie is, I always joke, you guys know this, that Kelly is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in real life. Kelly Brock, my Offspring sales director, and many of your sales directors. But now I'm promoting Kelly. Once I met Allie, I'm promoting Kelly to the most beautiful mommy I've ever seen in real life because Allie is gonna take that position as the most beautiful girl I know in real life. She is just stunning on the outside and the inside. And she is committed to her boyfriend. She is passionate about what she does. Last month, she was on target for her Mary Kay career car, and I know she has her sights set on Mary Kay sales directorship. She is a loyal friend. She is an encourager. She's humble, believe it or not. When you see this gorgeous face, you'll be shocked to know she is humble. And really, if anybody can make you laugh, it's her. And the biggest reason I fell in love with her was just because on the first sight, first experience, my daughter Ruby just took to her. And I really am hoping that once I'm not such a smother mother, that Allie can be my nanny. So you all know if I'm gonna let somebody love on my children like that, that I really must think the world of her. So Allie, will you come on with us and just give us some quick tips and tricks on how we can use some Mary Kay products that you like and show us how to do what you do so that we can look even half as pretty as you are. That'd be great.
No, Jordan. Well, first off, thank you. Those are the nicest words anybody's ever said about me.
Everyone.
Thank you. But yes, I'm Allie Yost. Hi, everybody. And I don't know, the number on Vine was like 198,000 subscribers I had on Vine. It was crazy. And on YouTube, I do a lot of tutorials, makeup tutorials, and I sing, like Jordan said. And I have almost 7,000 subscribers on there. And then I have 13,000 on Instagram. So social media is definitely my thing. I like it. It's very fun. And I like to introduce, especially since I have been doing Mary Kay, social media has just been a thing of mine for a lot of years, but especially once I started Mary Kay, I had always been using it because of my mom. And like Jordan, I grew up around Mary Kay, so I've always believed in the company and the products, and I'm just very passionate about it. So of course, you know, once I joined Mary Kay and I really started to get into it, I wanted to introduce all of my followers and all of these amazing girls that follow me to such an amazing company and products. So I'm going to kind of roll through my everyday routine. I'm going to show you guys some different ways that you can use some of the products, the ways that I do it, and hopefully you guys can take on to it and like it. But yeah, so I guess I'll just jump into that right now. So the first thing that I want to apply to my face, well, as of right now, I cleansed my face and I moisturized it, of course, and I actually did my brows already, so just to save time and everything, because brows take a while for me. But so the first thing that I'm going to do is our foundation primer. Okay, so as you guys know, it has an SPF of 15 in it, and I just think that the foundation primer, a lot of people kind of don't really think that it's necessary, or it's really just a step that they don't really want to do. They just go straight to the moisturizer, to your foundation. But honestly and truly, I was one of those people. I never really used the foundation primer. I had tried it, but I was like, you know, I don't know. I just didn't really think that it was like a huge necessity. But once I actually started using it on a daily basis, I could really see a huge difference in the way my foundation had applied, the way that it looked, the way that it stayed on, and it really does make a huge difference, no matter if you're using mineral foundation or liquid. It's really great. So I'm just going to start out with applying that. I'm going to get my mirror set up all over my face. I'm going to try to stay on camera for you guys. And I love the way this stuff smells. I always say that. I don't know. Some people are like, I don't smell anything. But I think it smells nice. It's probably the SPF in it, honestly. Okay, so next I'm going to be using our concealer in the shade Beige 2. And I'm going to be applying it with our liquid foundation brush. And I'm going to apply it right on the brush, and then just dab it onto the areas that I need a little bit of extra coverage. So I usually will put it like around my nose, kind of where I get redness, or under my eyes.
Allie, can you show everybody on your brush before you put it on how much concealer you're using? Because that's a big question that I get from people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It kind of varies as to how much you want to use, how much you feel like you really need to cover. But honestly, I just put like a pea-size amount. This stuff is super concentrated, as you guys may know if you used it, and it covers amazing. I've used it for, I mean, it's the only concealer I've ever used because I've just been so happy with it. So, I mean, you could just use a pea size, like about that much, and it goes a really long way. Like, you guys will see how much of this I can actually disperse all over my face. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dab that under my eyes where I get a little, you know, baggage or purple areas. And I like to dab it at first rather than to smear it on, just because it's a lot more gentle to your skin. And it comes out a lot more flawless rather than smearing it all around and getting like the streaks of the brush in your makeup, if that makes sense. And I actually like to put it on the lids of my eyes as well, because you know how you get those veins on your eyelids? I like to cover those guys up too. And it gives your shadow and your primer, which I'll get to eventually, a nice base before applying those products on. So just that, hopefully you guys can tell, but just that little pea-size amount covered entirely under my eyes and my eyelids. So honestly, you don't need to use a ton of this stuff at all. It's great. It's great for coverage, and it's very concentrated. Okay, So there is the concealer. And next I'm going to move on. Now this is my favorite foundation ever that Mary Kay has. This is our Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. I love it. I love it. I love it. I always tell all my girls about it. I love the liquid, but I love that it dries matte. Because especially in the summertime, I have issues with oily skin. So especially girls who are like, I'm so oily by the end of the day, or yada yada, you know, obviously I will suggest to them like oil mattifier, things like that. But then when it comes to foundation, I usually will suggest this or a mineral powder foundation, just so it's dry. There's no extra oils or like moisture or anything in it. It's just, and I love the way it looks. It looks really great. So I'm actually going to be applying that with our mineral foundation brush, which might sound weird, but it's actually a thing that's happening now. Like people have been using the mineral foundation brush for the liquid foundation, and it goes on really great. My mom has been doing it too, and she's loved the way her skin looks after using it. So I'm just gonna put about that much on my mineral brush and just kind of put that all over my face, almost in a circular motion. So just as you would honestly with mineral, but it's liquid, and it looks really great. Okay.
So Ellie, you're not worried about blending out that concealer at all, or did it dry, or it's fine to just go right over the top of it, no problem?
Yeah, so the concealer, the concealer isn't, you always want your concealer to be just a little bit lighter than your actual skin tone so that it actually evens out that redness. And then when you put the foundation on, it goes right on top of the concealer. So you're not going to see the concealer or anything. I just put the foundation right on top of that, and it's just all one shade, and it looks really, really great.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, if anybody has a question for Allie, you can text it to me, 704-458-9664. 704-458-9664. Text it to me, Jordan, and I will ask it at the end of our makeup tutorial. All right?
Another thing too, guys, if you notice that I did kind of go over my lips a little bit, I have our Mary Kay lip balm on right now, but I also kind of like to go over my lips with the foundation, just to give your lips like that nice beige kind of one color, so then when your lip color is applied, it's like the true color of the lipstick or lip gloss, and it just looks that much more vibrant. So that's just kind of something that I've discovered that I really like to do. So again, just kind of doing circular motions, make sure you're covering everything you want to cover. Okay, so there is the Matte Wear. I love it. It's my favorite foundation. Okay, so next I'm actually going to be moving on to the translucent powder, which is another product that I hadn't started using until maybe 6 months ago, because it was another product where I just didn't really know like how it worked. I just never really tried it. I never really was curious enough until I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna see what it does. So this is another thing that's really awesome for oily skin. It's just another product that's really great to keep everything dry and matte, but it's also really nice to just make sure that that foundation and everything is set in your face. So I'm going to take one of our brushes from our brush set, and I'm going to be putting that right in the translucent powder. And I just like to dust that all over my face, make sure everything is even and set. And another little trick that I've learned with the translucent powder, which is really cool, is not that I've ever had problems with our concealer creasing under our eyes. I mean, it's amazing concealer. I don't even ever really have problems with it creasing. But I don't know, maybe you'll be sweating one day in the summer, 85-degree weather. I like to actually just get a little bit on my fingers here. You see that? And I will dab it under my eyes and let it sit there for a little bit and then dust it away. So then it actually will just dry up and set that makeup even more in like areas where it may crease if, you know, you're sweating or whatever happens in your day. So, and I really liked the way that this has turned out too. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of dust that away, all the excess. And there's that. There's the translucent. And then next I'm going to move on to our bronzer. I'm using our cheek brush. And I love this part. I love the bronzer because this is when you're actually going to start putting definition to your face and depth. So I'm just going to put that, you guys can see this, right? Right under my cheekbone here, just to give my cheekbone a little bit of that shadow. Okay? And you're just going to do this in a back and forth kind of windshield wiper motion. And just stay right under that cheekbone. Don't go on top of your cheekbone. Right under there is what gives the best effect. Okay? And then the next thing that I like to do is I actually will like to follow it around my hairline. Because, I mean, if you think about it, your forehead isn't just all one color. Usually it's the top that's darker. And it just gives your face a nice, rounder look rather than just having a flat, you know, just your foundation on your forehead. It just looks a lot nicer. So I'm going to follow that from my temples all the way around my hairline. And then just do the same thing on the other side. And I even will put a little under my jawline. So it's almost like a big number 3. And kind of blend it in with the rest of my neck. All right.
Crazy, that looks awesome.
Can you tell? I'm so happy.
Totally.
I was worried that it wouldn't show that great on this webcam. Okay. Yay. Favorite part. Okay. And then after that, I'm going to follow up with one of our amazing cheek colors. This has become one of my absolute favorites just because it's a color that looks really great when you're tan, but it also looks really great with lighter skin, like if you were to be in the winter time. And it is Cherry Blossom. It's adorable. I think it's the most subtle cheek color. And I'm just going to be putting that right here on the top points of my cheeks. I'm not necessarily going to put it where I have the bronzer because you don't want to interfere with that. That's the shadow for your cheekbone. So you're just going to put it right here on the top of your cheeks. Okay. Yay. All right. So after that, I'm going to move on to my eyes. And first, before I do my shadow, as I said before, I'm going to do my eye primer. And I feel like this is a little underrated too because this is another thing where people just assume that it's really not necessary. You know, my eyeshadow looks fine as it is. But once you use an eye primer, your shadow, first of all, it sticks onto your eyelids a lot better without creasing. But it just makes the colors that much more vibrant. So I'm going to show you guys how much you don't need to use much of this either. I might even split that in half and use it for both my lids. So this is just another thing that you do not need a lot of. Okay, and just I'm going to put that right on my lid all the way up until under my brow bone. And I think primers are so great. They're like the hairspray for whatever you're trying to keep in place, you know? So there's our eye primer. So the next 2 colors that I chose, where's my shadow brush? I might have forgotten it. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, this is so unprofessional of me.
Just use that mineral powder foundation brush. You're using it for everything else.
Okay. All right, great. Yeah, I don't know if that would work out. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to use just this shadow brush that's from our set, but it's the flat tip one, if you can tell, not the round one. And the colors that I'm using, first off, they're beautiful. I think that they would look great with any skin tone, and they're very subtle. You could totally wear these every day with any color outfit you want. So I'm going to be using rose gold. You can see that? Yeah. And I'm going to be just putting that right on the brush. Again, you don't need a ton, especially when you just put the eye primer on. And I'm just going to kind of pack that on my eyelid at first and then windshield wipe and put it on. I feel like if you go straight to the windshield wiping, that just gives the shadow way more opportunity to just fly everywhere rather than to actually set it on your lid and then disperse it around your eyelid. So hopefully you guys will be able to see and tell. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of pat that on. And see, it's pretty much already on, but then that's when I usually will windshield wipe and then make it all even. And this rose gold color is so pretty. I love the shimmer, and it is so subtle, but it still is really great and would go with everything. Okay, and I just kind of take it up to about the crease of my eyelid. Okay, I'm just going to do that same thing to my other eye. Pack it on, and then disperse. Okay, beauteous. Okay, so then I'm going to follow up with that with French Roast, which is just kind of a little bit of a darker brown, but it's very pretty. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, you know, you guys know that. And I'm just going to take even a smaller amount of this because I don't want it to be too crazy, but you still want to give your eyes a little bit more definition, especially in the crease and on the sides here. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Okay, so then I really like to bring it all the way into the corner of my eye. Yay, I love these colors. They are so freaking pretty. Okay, yay. So there are my shadows. So the next product, let's see, there we go. I'm going to move on to is our lash primer. Again, this is another thing. I just wasn't a primer believer up until like a few months ago. So this is our lash primer, as you guys know, and it's super awesome. Again, this is like the hairspray for your lashes. And I love it because you can style your lashes before you even get to the mascara. Like, I feel like a lot of us end up getting like super clumpy lashes. I know Jordan likes that. But for people who may not like that, you're trying to style your lashes all in a certain way, and then next thing you know, you have way too much mascara on. So I just love this because you can get it to where they want to be, fan them out exactly how you want, and then put the mascara over that. So I'm just going to apply that really quickly. And you don't want to just go straight up with it either. This applies for your mascara too. You kind of want to go in a zigzag motion as well while going up, so you really make sure that you're getting all of those lashes coated with the primer. Okay. Okay. Give that a second to dry. And then I'm going to move on to our Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. This is my favorite as of right now, but I'm sure once I try the new one, I'm going to fall in love with that one too. Okay, so then I'm just going to go right over that primer with the Lash Love Lengthening. And you always want to do your mascara after your shadow, just because, you know, if you put your shadow on after you've already put your mascara on your lashes, the shadow is going to catch to the whole backs of your lashes. So when you look down, it's like your lashes are all covered in that shadow. So I just prefer to put my mascara on after my shadows so that I know that my lashes are nice and black and bold and not covered in dust. So just like we did with the primer, we're going to kind of do a zigzaggy, make sure we get in all angles of those lashes covered in our mascara. And I'll do my little bottom guys too. Okay. All right, so last but not least, this is another one of my ultimate favorites, is our finishing spray. I love this stuff so much just because I'm just not the person who's going to run around with a huge makeup bag with me and like worry about reapplying my makeup. So this is just so awesome because, as you guys know, it helps your makeup set in your face. It helps it stay all day, and like anything else, all the primers, it's like a hairspray for your makeup. And make sure that that is staying on your face all day exactly how you want it, especially with powders and things can dust off easily off of your face. So I so believe in this, especially working with the bronzers and the cheek colors and things like that. And I was looking at my face the other day after I did this, and I almost feel like it gives your face like a glowier, dewier, healthier look too after you put it on. So I'm just going to spray that all over my face. Let that dry for a second. I just love this stuff. I go through it way too fast. I probably use way too much, but it's too good. And last, I'm going to finish with the lips. I am using Pink Parfait because it's adorable and it's a very cute spring color. It's a happy light pink. And I'm just going to finish up my face with my lip color. And because we put that foundation on our lips first, it's really going to look poppin'. Poppin'. There we go. So that was my makeup routine, my makeup look. And I hope that I could point out some maybe different things that you guys weren't doing with your makeup before. Like definitely this mineral brush with the liquid foundation. I had never thought of that ever. I just kind of went by the books, like you use the liquid brush for the liquid foundation. But it's really awesome. And I dare you guys to just try it because it's really great. But yeah. I guess I'm done, Jordan.
Allie, oh my gosh, that was so fantastic. Let me turn my camera back on. Thank you so much. We are getting texts back and forth from so many people, including Kelly Brock, who are saying, this is fabulous. So thank you for showing us how to do remarkable things with our products. And you know, a couple of things you said that were light bulbs even for me, even though I've been in Mary Kay 13 years. One was that people don't use foundation primer for one main reason. They just don't think it's necessary. They just don't see the value in it. But once they try it, then they'll be hooked. And that was my exact experience. Even though I was a consultant, when we came out with foundation primer, all I could think was, that's one extra product I just don't need to do. I don't have time. I don't need to put it in my routine. My foundation looks good anyway. And when I tried it, I have been a loyal user ever since. So that was one tip I got from you. Definitely the matte wear liquid foundation with a mineral foundation brush. I'm going to have to try that. I've never done that before. Going over your lips with foundation. Now, this is something that was old school Mary Kay that I forgot about and you brought back. So that is such a good tip because so many women struggle with discolorations on their lips. And so they have a hard time finding a lipstick that looks like the same color in the tube as it does on their lips. Your tip takes care of that. And then my favorite line of the night was, lash primer is hairspray for your lashes. Style your lashes before you even get to your mascara. Oh, and somebody who loves Miss Allie heard her voice from the other room and had to come in and say hi to Miss Allie. So Miss Allie, thank you so much. You guys, Allie Yost, check out her YouTube channel for more of her makeup tutorials. She does a ton with Mary Kay products. And thank you so much for being a part of our family hangout tonight. Now, I hope this excited you to go do new things with your own makeup and sell this week so that you can have a star selling week. All right? God bless you guys, and thanks for joining us live, and we'll have another hangout next week. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Ruby, say bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Night-night. Bye.
Let me out.